Hello, I'm Tan, the TamBoTC channel, and we have a different video. I actually want to make a couple of videos like this. Not the exact same subject, of course. I also want to apologize for being gone for practically a week or so. I don't know how long it's been. But, yeah, I also want to tell you guys that, by... I want to record these the way I would love to be able to edit them the way I want and such, but there's just been a lot of problems, and there still are. I just bought a charger for my computer. I thought that was going to be able to solve at least some of my problems, but it seems there are slowdown issues and cache issues and such with my computer that are I can only record at least like a little more than 3 minutes 20 seconds of footage fine, and then it just kind of comes to an entire halt on my Elgato. I don't know why, but it really sucks. I need to find a way around that, and in that case it looks like I have to instead of buying the Doom Eternal Collector's Edition, which sucks, I have to buy a computer, a new computer or whatever. So that's just great to kind of solve the problem. I'm just looking for a different robe. You guys can kind of see through all of these. I think I'm using the privateer robe there, or armor. Templar. Ooh. Stealth. Mayan. But today we will talk about, there will be a couple other subjects. There will be a top games list about games that I used to not like but now I love and why. And there'll be a couple other topics that will start off some of the videos. So look forward to those, and thank you for sticking around to this part. And let's talk about today's subject, which is just something I wanted to always talk about, which was my about my grandmother. So my grandmother passed away back in 2019, not 2019, 2016, May 19. That's what I meant to say. And that will be coming up in a couple months too. But yeah, it was a really sad, devastating thing. She was the only person holding together my family. She was she's the greatest person I've ever known. But when she passed away, not only did things spiral into chaos for me, and I was away from YouTube for a year, but even my family practically went insane and just like went after each other in different ways. It was such a ridiculous situation. You do not want to be there for it. Definitely not. Did not want to be in my shoes around them. Yeah, things just tore themselves apart so quickly. Well, when it came to it, I've been trying to find my place in just the world and what I want to do, and I'm still doing that, but I have fun with these YouTube videos. I really enjoy making videos and hopefully knowing that I'm entertaining somebody, making somebody happy out there, or whatever it may be. I'm hoping to do more music related stuff. I would love to do my own music. I've written songs before, and I'm even kind of writing songs now, but I don't know. Like, then when I was a kid, they were probably really stupid. But I'm hoping that they come out right. I kind of consult with one of my friends, see how they are. But yeah, I'm hoping I can do more musically. There is something that I wanted to do that ironically other YouTube channels are doing right now. So it's I don't want to make it look like I'm copying them, and I'll probably do that in the video itself when it does come out. So there's a couple of channels, and I want to make this as a dedication video as well to a recent movie that came out. But yeah, that's basically it. What I want to talk about today, though, isn't that stuff. It's got ourselves a storm already. Is things that my grandmother loved. Things that my grandmother loved when, and she would love to see, today. If she was here today, she would have loved to see, certain movies or games, things that she was a big fan of, or she really got into. But yeah, there's Assassin's Creed, surprisingly, was one of the things she would have loved to see. And she's also a fan, she does like Hitman, surprisingly, and Silent Hill. She was saddened when Silent Hills disappeared. I remember she hated hearing about that because Silent Hill was so cool to her. And Hideo Kojima, she felt bad for. She would have loved to see Death Stranding. She probably would have loved to see his game Death Stranding. That would be quite an adventure for her. She would have loved to see what became of the Hitman series. Let's get rid of these. And that it has like one of the best games they have in years. We're gonna sail to this little island area over here. So there we go. There's the docking area. Make myself look more traditionally like a pirate, as if I'm Captain Hook or something. Whoops. There we go. Anyways, so she would have loved to see those. She would have loved to see that Assassin's Creed is still going with Odyssey. She would have loved to see how beautiful that game was. Though her favorite thing about Assassin's Creed is following the story, surprisingly. The story goes all over the place nowadays, and she probably would be like, the hell is going on in this game? So, and that Odyssey really doesn't feel all that much like an Assassin's Creed game. Excuse me, sirs. I need you dead. Oh, did I not? Oh, I should probably go get that sinking spot. Let's go over here. That guy kinda saw me, but not really. Oh, I'm hungry. I got some food right here, so I'll eat that. But yeah, Assassin's Creed would have been something, along with the movie. I think she knew the movie before she got sick. I think she saw the movie, I'm not sure. But yeah, she would have loved to know that it's still going, and that also there's been a lot going on with Splinter Cell too. But let's get to the thing she would really love to hear about, because I know she let's attack these guys. How? Dink. Anyways, That's how you solve all your problems. Guns. Why are you checking in there? Why are you checking in the bushes? What the heck? So, first off, I want to say Toe Jam and Earl. My grandmother's two favorite games of all time on the Genesis, Sega Genesis, were Toe Jam and Earl and Sonic the Hedgehog, and the fact that there's a new Toe Jam and Earl game was just like, what? What is the convenience of that coming out? And it's one of my grandmother's, like, biggest games that she loves. Hello, sirs. Gotta get rid of you, too. Gotta get rid of all of you, and then get that stupid eagle synchronization at location. But yeah, she would have loved to see, the new... Let's get rid of this bell over here, so that nobody rings it. But she would have loved to see the fact that there's a new Toe Jam and Earl. She would be playing it. It's got local co-op and such, so she would probably definitely play it together. One of the last games I remember we got to play together was a Kirby game on the Wii. It was a 4-player thing, and it was pretty fun. I loved it. I can't remember what it was called. Oh, we got a stinking gunsman up there. Let's take care of him first. So, let's wait for him to go away. So, go on the other side, you dink. So yeah, she would love to see the fact that there's a Toe Jam and Earl that's around. Excuse me, sir. Did you misplace that knife in your back? Alright. Where are these guys? Oh, there's another bell over here, and there's a dude. Oh, there's two dudes. So quickly sabotage the bell. There we go. I'm just fooling around in this game, genuinely just messing around. There's our synchronization spot. There seems to be a guy up there. Next will be, of course, her other favorite Sega Genesis game, probably her favorite game of all time, Sonic the Hedgehog. So there's new Sonic games. She would have loved to play Sonic Mania, especially. It would return her back to her childhood. The days, well, not really her childhood, she was but she loved Sonic, and she played a lot of it. I think Pac-Man was one she played a lot too, but there hasn't been much going on with Pac-Man. But with Sonic, there's been a lot of big things going on. Other than Mania and all the little cartoons that come after it, and even like Sega being like, maybe the world's ready for another animated cartoon show, kind of like the ones they've made in the past, because I love the Sonic shows. The Sonic shows are good. Most of them. You watch the Adventure series is a goofy fun, kind of like Looney Tunes dumb thing. Looney Tunes isn't dumb though, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's meant to be more silly and out there with its humor. And then you got the Sat AM, which is more dark and takes itself probably a little more seriously. You got Stinking Underground, which, while it's not the greatest show, it's more your musical show. It's kind of like in between Adventures and the other one. The same with the movie they had back in the day, the animated movie, which feels like the animation for the CD game brought to life, and the CD game brought to life. Excuse me, sirs. Where are you going? Alerta! Alerta! But the bell's gone. Haha, sucker. I like just taking out everybody. Because there's barely anybody left anyways. I see like 5 people left. Let's get to the synchronized spot, because apparently I didn't do it yet. The fact that the Sonic movie turned out, she would have probably been like, Sonic looks horribly ugly in the first trailer. I noticed that they cut out, or did more than just Sonic's redesign. They actually got rid of some of the dumb jokes, like the smells like body spray and a old ham sandwich or whatever the joke was when he's in the bag. He doesn't say that in the movie. They also got rid of the one where he says, "How? It looks like I took 9 million steps today." They got rid of that. I'm glad they got rid of those because they were stupid. Wait, how's there a bell? Wait, are these guys all just gonna be like... Okay, they just hand me their life. Fine. But, seeing everything that led up to the Sonic movie was just crazy. Whee! Was he still screaming even though he already hit the ground with the crud? He was also dead, by the way. Or should have been. Because I stabbed him. Dinks. I think I just killed the entire camp. But yeah, everything leading up to the Sonic movie was just quite an event. And she would have loved the redesign, and the fact that they listened to people was such a cool little thing. It was just really unexpected, but just really cool as well. They didn't have to, but they did it, and they showed a lot of passion and respect. But it wasn't just something for the fans, it also attracted newcomers too, so it worked for a lot of in many different cases. And I'm hearing it's making its way to 300 million at the box office. I'm kind of sad there wasn't much promotional material for the movie, but my grandmother would have loved to know that the movie was a thing and everything it went through and that it succeeded in the end. This was quite a big event, and when you think of it, it's so ironic to the movie industry and such, and even the video game industry, because Sonic, of all characters, the guy who's been failing with 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog and Boom, Forces, which in my opinion is just mediocre, but I hate mediocre games. I think mediocre games are the worst. At least I can get a laugh out of bad games like 06 and have some semblance of fun, even if I acknowledge, yeah, it's a broken mess. But yeah, it would have been such a surprising thing. Sonic, of all things, is the first one to have a video game movie that is actually good. What is the chances of that, and not Mario, the enemy to Sonic? I don't know if they're enemies now. They're probably more friends now, if anything, just because Sonic and Mario always appear in things together now, like the Olympic Games that's out. It's also Sonic and Mario, just like Nintendo and Sega have kind of teamed up as well and done a lot of their own games with one another, or just on the same consoles or platforms as one another. So it really seems like they're getting along after all these years. Let's make this a fight. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta reload, sir. And run away from that. Oh wait, never mind. Oh, crud. See you later, dink. Oh, there's more guys. Dang it. Oh, there's an entire mansion over here. Let's hope nobody sees me. Come over here. Say hello to me. Oh, there's a bell. There we go. We're gonna have to sabotage that, but there's guys around, so. Is he gonna come over here? Please come over here. Oh no, he's not. Dang it. I'm gonna have to sabotage the spell though. So, yeah, this was just such a big event of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. And there'll be more I want to talk about with involving Sonic and just the kind of the history that my grandmother, even me, had with it. And other videos, but that'll be for another time. But she would have absolutely loved it. The last two things I want to talk about are Red Dead Redemption 2 and The Last of Us Part 2. Now, I can't say much about The Last of Us Part 2 because it's not out yet. And they also skipped out on PAX for showing some more gameplay footage. But, yeah, she would have loved to see. She was following the first game, and the sad part is I actually didn't play I didn't complete The Last of Us for the longest time. I didn't finish its ending for the longest time, and I'm glad I finished through the game and have played it several times now. I'm also almost done with it on the hardest difficulty. I'm in the Ellie scene where she gets, spoilers, she gets captured. So I'm slightly after that, or am I before? I can't remember exactly where I am. I'm in that general area of the game. So I know I still have a little bit of ways to go, but I'm making progress. Yeah, she loved the story. She followed it like a hawk. She loved the characters, and she never got to see how the game ended. And I finished it in her honor to be like, to see like what the ending was and think like what she would have thought of the ending. And I'm sure she would have been like, "Oh, Joel, you did something not good." I don't know. But it would have been interesting to see how she would react to the ending they had for the first Last of Us, and she would love to know that there was a part 2 coming, because she loved the characters so much in the world that she would have loved to get into that. And then finally, Red Dead Redemption 2. It's very similar reasons, great characters. We used to go around the house both saying to one another, "John Marston," and we'd say it in that way, in a funny voice. It was really fun. But she loved John Marston's character. She loved the story of the world. She did get to finish Red Dead, and she was really sad about the ending when John Marston, kicked the bucket, kind of like the bucket list in Sonic Moon. No. But yeah, she would love to see this new Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a great story as John Marston return. She would have loved to see that. And Arthur Morgan, she would have been kind of like torn between John Marston and Arthur, like, well, I really like Arthur, but John Marston, I love John Marston's character too. I can't decide between them. She'd be like arguing with herself which character she liked better. I'm kind of doing that same thing. I love John Marston, but I think Arthur has actually surpassed John Marston as a favorite character. No. Excuse me, sir. So, you seriously didn't see me. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Now, where's your friend? I bet he's down under that platform. Oh, they both are. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find a way. So, yeah, I knew that guy would be. Okay, let's get him. Yeah! Got him. Let's wait for this guy. Can I shoulder up against the wall, please? I can't remember how to do it. Also, I had a little fall lately. I fell on one of my walks and almost twisted my ankle. I forgot to tell you. I forgot to let you guys know. So, I was not in the greatest shape. I did scrape my knee as well. So, I've been dealing with that for a bit. So yeah, there's been a few things going on. Not great though. But I'm feeling much better now. I'm recovering, and hopefully things will be fine soon. Yeah, it's just such a bad situation because I was already having some pain in that leg, the same leg that got scraped, and then almost twisted. I'm like much more cautious on my walks now, because that was one just really bad walk I had, and I want to be more careful. So. Just letting you know, that's probably another reason why I didn't stick and do any YouTube videos, and I was more like wanting to recover from that situation, because I've never really had a situation like that happen to me. Oh, we got a little area over here. Let's check it out. I'm supposedly 88% complete with this game, which is surprising because I didn't think I would go that far with this game, but I really love Assassin's Creed 4. So those are basically all the games I have to talk about. My grandmother would have loved to see the graphics. She would have loved to see just the attention to detail to Red Dead would be crazy to her. But she would have especially, her favorite part would be the story and characters, because that's what she loved about the first Red Dead. And it's the same thing with The Last of Us. So she would love to see that game when that comes out. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll be pre-ordering that game. And I hope I enjoy myself. And I hope it doesn't somehow disappoint or whatever. I'm sure it won't be better than the original, though. Because it's going to be really hard to top the first game. It would really be a challenge. Even if the game has way better mechanics and it does a lot of things better. Graphics-wise, gameplay-wise, whatever it is. There's just something about the first Last of Us that just holds it together and is the strongest. And I think the biggest point is its story. Its story was just put together very well, and its characters too. That Last of Us Part 2 is just kind of like, okay, we're following the same characters. We already know who they are. They're already developed. Are there any new characters that we can expect? And that's kind of what you look forward to, as well as a lot of sadder moments, and how impactful those will turn out to be. How they'll approach those. So, yeah, we'll see how that turns out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. There will be more videos like this where it's kind of just general discussion videos. I should have picked Sonic for the background of this because I honestly talked more about Sonic than I did Assassin's Creed. But whatever. I just wanted something for the background, and I'll be doing a video for Assassin's Creed 4 anyways, which is a second chance review. I do reviews, these are kind of like second chance reviews, literally, of older or newer games. So, as long as they've been out long enough for me to do so. Say Death Stranding, when I did the Death Stranding review, there's not too much time between here and when Death Stranding released. I need more time before I can make a review of that, another review. So, yeah. we'll see. So look forward to that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.